So in this video, I'm going to try and answer the question on how much epoxy, how do you figure out how much epoxy you're going to need? Because you don't want to waste a whole bunch of it, mixing it all up and then not using it. So one of the things I've seen is some people have some extra small, small silicone molds, like for earrings or necklaces or things like that, that they can pour their excess epoxy into so it doesn't go to waste. That's option number one. But in terms of measuring and figuring out how much epoxy you need, say for a set of coasters, what I've done is I have actually filled the coaster with water and then poured it into a container that's got some measurements on it. So I did, since this comes as a set of 4 coasters, I filled this 4 times and dumped it into there, and then that gave me an idea for a set of these coasters how much epoxy I'm going to need. I've also read that rice is very similar in terms of how much room it takes up, that you can use rice for measuring as well. So if you poured rice in here and then dumped it into there, it's another way to measure how much epoxy you might need for your project. So those are a couple of different ways to measure how much epoxy you'll need. And if you don't want to waste, if you have made an error and poured way too much epoxy and mixed it up, then what you can do is maybe have some small epoxy projects off the side where you can pour your excess epoxy and use it that way so it doesn't go to waste.